Hey guys, it's your buddy Rome. In this video, I'm going to show you probably one of the weirdest cameras I have ever seen. Now, Godox rep did send this camera out to me and I want to share it with you guys. Now, I've seen quite a few videos on this camera over the last week or so, and a lot of people are talking about its camera features, and I'm sure that's a novelty. This is a toy camera, guys, so don't expect a lot from it. But one of the cool things that this is able to do is to be a light meter. And as a photographer, that really speaks to me. So let's take a look at everything that comes in the box and go over some of the details, take a few photos, and show you guys how I would actually use this camera in my studio workflow. And also, I was thinking about how this light meter feature could be utilized for drone photography, because you guys know a lot of times when we take the drones out, especially in the daytime, we have somewhat of a problem determining, what's going to be the right settings to capture high quality video. And especially if you're using ND filter, sometimes it'll become a problem. So having something like a light meter that you can just point up and get a good reading, adjust your drone accordingly, look at the footage, see if it's, exactly what you expect it to be. I think that's going to be a win. It's just one thing that's just going to make your workflow that much easier. Well, that's enough of me babbling. Let's get right to it. Let's take a look at what comes in the box, what was sent out to me, and how I plan on using it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, guys, so let's get to exactly what comes in the packet. So starting out here, you can see that we do get the toy camera, and you also receive USB cable. That's going to be for charging as well as for transferring your files from, say, for instance, your phone or tablet or whatever it is. Let's take a look at this cable real quick. All right, so this is a standard USB-C to USB cable. Only thing left in the box is the little gel pack. There is a manual, okay? So it looks to be in Chinese, and on the opposite side, as you guys can see, it is in English. Okay, so if you need the manual. Now, I also received this. I don't know if this is included, but I'll show it to you guys anyway. So this is going to be like a little carry pouch, and it also has a lanyard. Now, the lanyard will attach to this. I'm excited about that because I think that's a very good way of carrying this around, or having it with you, or even if you're just throwing it in your camera bag. So I think that's going to come in really handy. So let's get that prepared. All right, so here's the lanyard. Very rubberized. It's adjustable. You can just kind of move this little loop wherever you need to. We'll get to that here in a second. Now, this little pouch here, I think will come in handy for a number of different reasons. One is for like maybe cleaning your lens off here. Now, I'll get to some of the details on this guy here in a second. And I also received a SD card. Now, you will need an SD card in order for this to work. It's a little 32 gig. I don't know, again, if the SD card is included, but that's what I received. So we're just going to go through all of the steps. We're going to go ahead and install the SD card. All right, there we go. So we're going to put that in with the card side facing down. All right, so we have our card in now. And like I said, this little bag is really handy because you can just pop this guy in like so. It's going to keep it safe. Throw it in your camera bag. You should be good to go. And you can probably put other things in here. Your cable will fit in there. Your lanyard, if it's not attached, will also fit inside of this little pouch. And then you can just do that, and you're pretty much good to go. All right, so let's take a look at some of the features related to this little toy camera. I'm going to go ahead and connect the lanyard. So simply enough to connect the lanyards like any others, you're just going to kind of feed it through these little lanyard holes. All right, guys, so there's our lanyard attached. All right, so to turn this on, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but we have controls on this side. We have our power button. We also have our camera, video, and we also have our light meter. So when you first turn this on, I want you guys to see what happens when we first turn it on. You're going to see the little everything light up. And you see the little Godox symbol pop up there. Hopefully you guys can see that. So right now this is in photo mode. So in photo mode, you can actually switch between the different modes. Again, the camera's in the front, and there's a little piece of plastic on the camera you do have to remove. All right, guys, I want you guys to be able to see what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to just put a little piece of paper right behind this. So now you should hopefully be able to see the indicators here on the screen. And as I click through here, it's going to go through the different camera sizes. So as you press the button, what's going to happen is it's going to change sizes for the camera as far as its capture. So you have 16:9, you have a 3:2, 4:3, and then you're going to also have a square. Now, in most cases, I would probably say stick with the 16:9. It's just going to give you a better result for this style of camera. You also have the ability to record video. So let's switch this into our video mode here. And you guys should see a little flashing icon here at the top for the video mode. We will capture a little bit of video for this video just so you guys can see it as well. And then of course we have our light meter, which is going to be the next thing. So with the light meter, what's cool about that is you can actually set this between 200 and 800 ISO. This is going to work a lot like aperture priority. So if you guys are familiar with, your standard cameras, being able to shoot in aperture priority, that's pretty much what you're getting here. But what's nice about this is that you can set, let's say for instance, my ISO, I want my ISO to be 200, and hopefully you guys can also hear the little sound that it makes. And then I can also set my desired aperture. So let's say I wanted to be able to shoot at 2.8, and we're going to use something here in this room as an example. So right now, as you guys can see, it is flashing, but it's at ISO 200, 2.8. And let's say I wanted to capture this battery, okay? So now what I would do is I would just press the button on the back with the camera facing forward for available lighting. And it's telling me that I need to be at 1, according to the lighting right now on this battery. Let's bring it out a little bit more so it gets a little bit more light. Let's try that again. All right, so it's telling me I need to be at 1/13 of a second to capture this image correctly if I was using a film camera or using a still image camera. So like I said, on location, whether you're walking around or whatever the case it might be, if you're doing some street photography, this is really going to come in handy, guys. So being able to quickly just point this at whatever it is you're trying to capture, get a proper reading. If you're using an action camera, a drone, a film camera, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's switch this into photo mode and capture a couple of images with the ambient light that's here in the room and see what we get. I'll show you guys what those photos look like. So we have this battery here, so we're just going to take a photo of that. Now, framing with this is going to be more difficult than you think it is because there is no framing per se. You're just kind of positioning it wherever you think might be the right angle, and you're kind of looking through the viewfinder, lining it up. All right, so let's try some video as well. So I'm gonna switch over to video mode. I'm gonna do basically the same thing, the things I do for you guys. All right, so we're recording video right now. I'm not really sure where the microphones are on this little camera and what the audio is going to sound like, but we'll see here at the end when we bring these into one of our editing suites to see what the photo and videos look like. So I've stopped recording, and that's pretty much it, guys. You have a toy camera, toy video camera, as well as a light meter. Now for me, I honestly think this would be an excellent light meter. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I have a professional light meter, quite a few of them that I use, and I'll show you guys here in comparison. So normally when I'm doing photography, still image, whatever the case it is, this is the type of light meter I would normally take out with me, whether I'm doing ambient light or doing flash photography, whatever the case it is. No, this will not work with flash photography. Let's test this comparison. So I set this light meter, if you guys saw, we set this at, the ISO is 200, the f-stop is 2.8, and our shutter speed is 250th of a second. So we're going to do basically the same thing with this. We're going to set this at an ISO So we're going to bring that ISO down to 200. Our f-stop is going to be 2.8. And now let's get a reading from the ambient light that's here in the room. All right, so that's giving me 1/20th of a second. Let's see what this gives me for the same light in the room. It's giving me 1/15th of a second. So it's not quite the same, but it's still going to put you pretty much in the ballpark, okay? Now let's bring up this just to be sure. Okay, so I'm getting 1/25th of a second here, and the same thing here. I'm getting 1/20th of a second, okay? So that's a little bit closer, you know, to them giving me pretty much the same reading. At least it would put me in a ballpark where I would be able to edit and correct any, you know, lighting, shadow issues that might come up with film camera. Well, not a film camera, but a digital camera. But this primarily, I think, is targeting film shooters. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, my final thoughts on this. This is going to be a great camera for anyone who is learning photography that just wants to experiment with the lighting, to be able to capture images and practice framing like we used to back in the day before we had digital cameras with screens and able to connect them to, you know, our tablets and computers and shoot tethered and all that kind of fancy stuff that we do now. This is going to be really nice. And as far as the construction of this is built really well, guys. This is a Godox product. Even the screen is a very, very solid acrylic. So I definitely say take a look at this product. Yes, you will need an SD card, but most of us got a bunch of those SD cards just laying around. So you should be pretty much good to go. All right, guys, it's been your buddy Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I just want to show you this cool little toy camera from our friends over at Godox. All right, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.